They say that California is the place you want to be if you like entertainment. The Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup stars put on quite a show for everyone in last year's season finale at Mazda Raceway, Laguna, Seca. There is always a ton of drama here. This season promises even more twists and turns. Mazda Raceway, Laguna, Seca, proud to present the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. Hey, we've got a front row seat for you right here. It is a picture-perfect day to go racing here at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca, round 2 of the 2009 Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup, part of the Monterey Festival of Speed weekend. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin, Elliott Forbes-Robinson alongside Derek Bertisiglio on pit road. Elliott, a couple of weeks ago at the season opener at Road Atlanta, we saw a lot of newcomers, and most of them were pretty darn fast.
They were quite fast, and they're fast again here at Mazda Raceway. I'm looking forward to a good race from them.
It should be a terrific battle. Justin Piscatella, who won the Mazda Speed Shootout, will start in the second row. But he was beaten in qualifying by a couple of very quick drivers. Down to Derek.
You are absolutely right, Rick. And one of those fast guys is Todd Lamb. He's got a lot of laps here this afternoon. And Todd, you were over a half a second faster than the rest of the field. Can you keep it up for the race?
I think so. I think we got a pretty good pace. This Lunacy Mazda is really hooked up. And I tell you what, going down into turn 2, I think we got a huge advantage with these Cobalt brakes.
Now, you're running 2 divisions here this weekend. Does that give you an advantage over the rest of the drivers in the field?
Definitely get more track time, but you know it's a completely different car, completely different series, and the setup and the driving is completely different.
It's been a couple of years since you ran in the Playboy MX-5 Cup. Does it still feel the same and feels like putting on an old pair of shoes?
It does in a way driving the car, but you know these BFGs are a little bit better than what's been run in the past, and I think the competition's pretty stiff here. So.
Well, guys, he was fast in practice. He was fast in qualifying. We're going to see what Todd Lamb can do in the race today.
Elliott, he was scary fast in qualifying, 7/10 quicker than the field.
He was, and part of that may be because he's running both classes and he's getting a little more track time than some of the other guys. But this track is a fabulous track. It does not have a good surface. It's a little slippery. Got a good passing spot down in turn 11, the last turn. It's got a good one going into turn 2. There is no turn 1 really here. But setup is going to be really important, and launching off of corners is where you're going to pass and keep from being passed.
About 2.25 miles around Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Some of the most challenging and most memorable turns, I think, in the entire any road course in the country. Of course, you have the corkscrew on the backside of the racetrack that everybody talks about. We always see wild action there. 21 cars at our starting lineup rolling away, getting set for round 2 of the 2009 Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup Championship. We met Todd Lamb, the pole sitter, Ermal Kashian, the principal, and Alara Racing will start alongside in his yellow car number 11. Mark Miller, the engineer for Team MER, stepping into the driver's seat, won the opener. Young Justin Piscatella in row 2 alongside. Nick Mancuso, Lionel Kent, who was the pole sitter at Road Atlanta, will start in 6th spot here today. We take you back through the balance of the field as they go off on their pace laps. Brett Smurs out of Idaho, Bob McCallion from the Long Beach area starting in the 4th row today. Back to row 5, some drivers we're not, we've started to get to know. Max Riddle and Zach Ply, who had a good run at Road Atlanta in the opener. He lines up in the 5th row. Tim Probert is a series veteran, as is Steve Bottom. He's a West Coast guy, owns a couple of Sonic restaurants. Al Caiola wrecked hard at Road Atlanta. There's Harrison Williams from Texas. Randy Hale out of Connecticut. Chris Brown will line up in 20th spot in that car number 10. Randy Hale struggling in qualifying, only could make 19th quick on the grid here. And we're scheduled to have one final car in the field, Kenny Cunyin. And Kenny will start the 06 car back in 21st position. He will be shotgun on the field. Elliott, as the cars on the pace lap come down through the corkscrew. The front straightaway here very challenging. You were uphill, down, as you said, not really a turn 1 here, is there?
No, there isn't. It's actually blind, though, and it is a slight bend in the road, but it's flat out in top gear, and you can go side by side through there. So it's not really a corner, but it's very important getting down to the braking point in 2.
Notice that 3 Alara Racing cars will start nose to tail here. Before the start, we caught up with Ermal Kashian about working with his teammates.
We're always going to try to do that and not hurt each other. You know, it's always nice that you can have cooperative racing in the front, even with people from other teams. You know, the races are long, and we all kind of work together in the beginning and try to get a breakaway pack, and then see about some tight racing later on in the race.
Now the Mazda 6 pace car has gone to pit road, ready for a start here at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Second round of the 2009 Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. Glad to have you with us. Looking for a green flag, Elliott. This is the most nervous time of the race for these guys.
Oh, it certainly is, and especially a place like this where you come over the hill and you have a very tight corner and everybody's going to be bunched up, and they're going to be trying every single line they can get coming over the hill. Here we go now.
Heading up that rise down toward turn 1, and Todd Lamb jumps to the early lead from the pole in the 84 car, the AMG machine. Right behind him, Mark Miller, who won the season opener at Road Atlanta in that silver and white car.
It looks like Aaron Mulcahy was either a little slow on the gas or he wasn't quite ready. Oh my gosh, Aaron's off the road there.
Everybody using up all the roadway and then some as they scramble for position here in the opening lap. The Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Lamb is the early leader. Miller is in second spot, and third back there, Nick Mancuso.
Yeah, they had some good starts, but you know, the hard part about this track is it is low grip, and it's easy to fall off the road like that. And when you do fall off in a car like this that are so equal, you're going to lose a bunch of spots, and it's hard to get back up to speed and get back where you were.
Brett Smurs in that silver car on the inside made a bonsai charge, moving to fourth spot, but they're 3 wide coming up the hill.
Yeah, see, when you get off the road, everybody's thinking, I can get him now. But looks like he lifted just a little there and got past.
Aaron Mulcahy getting back on the gas, trying to get some of his spots back, but you've got a great battle nose to tail. We hit the corkscrew for the first time this afternoon. Todd Lamb is the race leader.
Yeah, it's going to be a good race, and here, coming down to the last corner is a good passing spot. If you can get a good run off of 10, you can pass somebody into 11 because it is a slow corner here.
You've got Lamb, you've got Mark Miller out of Holland, Michigan in second. The Alara cars that started second, fourth, and sixth, a couple of them got shuffled toward the back.
Yeah, the Alara cars aren't up there anymore at all. But this is important too, getting out of here. It looks like everybody thinks they got to run. But it's this is a great racetrack to go racing because there are so many places and opportunities to make a pass. And it looks like Mark's going to try the outside here going into 2.
Mark Miller in that silver and white machine trying to make a move on the race leader. Todd Lamb out of Atlanta can't get it done. He'll have to tuck back in. Elliot, I've only been around here in a passenger car. It's always seemed to me that finding the right line through 2, since it's more than 180 degrees, it's got to be very difficult.
Well, it is because it actually has 2 apexes in it. And if you want to do it right, Rick, you'd probably go out real wide in the center of the corner. But with a tight field like this, you can't because somebody will stick their nose in on you. But it's important to get a run off of there as best you can so that you can get into the next corner with good speed.
Todd Lamb in his second career start in the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup, the early leader. Mark Miller in second. Nick Mancuso trying to hold off Brett Smurs for third. Smurs has a good run on him coming up the hill.
Yeah, important to get that run up the hill. I don't know if Smurs is going to be able to do it. Doesn't look like it. Coming up in here. Now it's important to get up this one going up the hill because this is, it doesn't look very steep on the film here, but that is a steep hill.
And when you come under that bridge and start down toward the corkscrew, you know, what's that feeling? The car just dropped, the road drops away underneath you. Here comes Aaron Mulcahy into the inside. He's picked off fourth. Working on the third place car, Mancuso down through the corkscrew.
Yeah, he got a good run going up at the hill there. And like I said, you know, getting that run up the hill is very important.
Top 5 early in the going. Lamb and Miller. Mancuso leads Mulcahy. Brett Smurs sits 5th. We'll be back in Monterey, California. Coverage of the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup being brought to you by Mazda. On any given weekend, more Mazdas are road raced than any other brand. And by BF Goodrich Tires. Take control.